Alright, y'all see what we got going on here today. Well, check this out, man. Somebody that dropped some information off at me and Jaye doorstep. And y'all already know what this information is dealing with. Yep, young Dolph being set up at the cookie shop. And it's good because we got more people stepping forth and letting it be known what they seen that day of November the 17th, 2021, when young Dolph was set up trying to grab some chocolate chip cookies from Makita's. And how them people at the cookie shop, I'm talking about Pam, Maurice, and Raven, is more involved than what you already think they are. The whole situation was bogus from the start. Once we got word that Pam and Raven was nowhere near the cookie shop, and for some reason, Maurice was standing by the back door of Makita's the whole time until the setup on young Dolph was over with. Now, in connection with that, I know we heard 3 different storylines based on the real reason why young Dolph pulled up to the cookie shop in the first place. I'm gonna get back to that in a minute. Now, this video is based on some witnesses getting together and informing young Dolph's wife, Mia Jaye, what they seen that day when young Dolph pulled up to Makita's. Matter of fact, I don't even think y'all was paying attention when Mia Jaye stated that before. She said she could see all the love and support that she receives on a daily basis from the people who admired and appreciated Paper Route Frank, even to the point of people bringing her information based around who were all involved in the whole young Dolph setup at the cookie shop. And the people providing this information to Mia Jaye were the people either shopping at the Family Dollar, washing clothes at the laundromat, or getting gas from the gas station, all basically saying the same thing on what they seen that day, which is mostly dealing with the whereabouts of Pam, Maurice, and Raven, because they always at the cookie shop. But on this day, when they knew that young Dolph was pulling up to supposedly grab some chocolate chip cookies for the turkey drive, and to come to find out, none of them were present. We know that Maurice was there, but for some reason, he was outside by that back door the whole time. Now we all know the real reason why Maurice was standing by the back door. Because you have witnesses at the places I just mentioned who watched Maurice hold the back door open for the third suspect so he could sneak up and delete young Dolph. That's exactly what happened, especially when we tie in the simple fact that no one else inside of the cookie shop got tagged with a shell. I mean, the report did state that Dolph got tagged with 22 shells. But what about the shells that ricocheted off the different material inside of the cookie shop that didn't connect with anybody? Almost impossible, unless again, someone snuck up on young Dolph and fired off some shots from the back. That's the only way you could take out Dolph without mistakenly deleting anyone else. I mean, they did say it was 6 people in the cookie shop, including young Dolph and his brother Marcus. But somehow only Dolph got touched up? Don't sound right to me. What you think?
Yeah, this sounds really suspect from start to finish if you ask me. There's no way possible that small square footage of Makita's shop would have 6 people inside and 22 shells flying, and somehow only 1 person is tagged with shells.
What's crazy is they said that 22 shells connected with young Dolph. That means it was more rounds that was sent into the cookie shop to be a distraction. Because like I told you guys before, Straight Drop and Cornelius Smith, they were a distraction so Maurice could let in the third suspect through the back door so that he could have a clear shot on young Dolph.
Yeah, that's very true. So it's 22 plus however many it took for the decoy. So either way it goes, we know that this was definitely very carefully orchestrated. And at this point, what's really paying off in the investigation is the fact that Mia Jaye decided to end her silence. Because we have to remember, Mia Jaye over the past few months has started to go live on her Instagram page and really let it be known that she is not satisfied with the level of professionalism and communication that has happened when it comes to them people at the department.
Especially when we all know that Yo Gotti and his brother Big Juke, they had relatives that worked on the department. And these same relatives were a part of the Scorpion unit.
And during those lives, she's been very specific about the fact that she is finding out updates about the case along with the general public. So we have to remember, during these lives, there are a lot of Dolph supporters who were tuning in, including some of the people who were present the day of the Makita setup. And when you're hearing one of Dolph's very close loved ones pour out with pain, and expressed that there is a lack of progress with the investigation, it's motivated a lot of them to come forth directly to Mia and let her know what happened.
Now the people who let Mia Jaye know what they seen also let it be known that they provided the department with info on many occasions, but it was never accepted because that's around the same time that Yo Gotti and Big Juke relatives, who were once a part of the Scorpion unit, they were in charge of handling this whole Young Dolph case when it came to collecting information and evidence. Now we see a lot of the information and evidence surrounding this whole Young Dolph case was purposely mishandled so it won't come back around to Yo Gotti, Big Juke, or anyone else that's affiliated with CMG, because that's what the Scorpion unit job was when it came to the bag they received from Big Juke to assist in taking out Young Dolph, which was to make sure that the camera footage from the gas station, the laundromat, and Family Dollar was already confiscated before anybody thought about it. Matter of fact, I was told they was informed the day before to disconnect their security cameras from the Wi-Fi router. So when the feds tried to retrieve the footage from these businesses in that area, the footage had already been trashed or deleted. And that's the reason why Mia Jaye, she requested that the feds get the footage from the MPD Skycam, so she can see when it all started, when Young Dolph turned off Parkway onto Airways.
Yeah, so bringing it back to Mia Jaye, we have to realize that when she's hearing from the direct witnesses during that day of Young Dolph's setup, letting her know that they attempted multiple times to shed light on the information they saw, and somehow it never saw the light of day. And from there, it was a barrier between what the department was letting her know and what information they were receiving. We know that she is very frustrated to hear about the fact that all these delays could have been alleviated from the start. But since she's decided to speak out, now she's got a direct tie to the information, and she's able to make sure it gets to the right source. You know why? Because that Scorpion unit is no longer in place to decept information.
Because now even Mia Jaye is starting to understand that Yo Gotti brother Big Juke, he had the proper people in position in order to set up the play on Paper Route Frank. And that's the reason why she feel how she feel. That's the reason why Mia Jaye stated herself. So y'all mean to tell me y'all got into it with Young Dolph over a song that he created? All because Young Dolph created a diss song about Yo Gotti and Big Juke? So now a lot of people got a question. Why would Mia Jaye say that unless she knows some type of information based around the person who paid that bag in order to have Paper Route Frank removed?
It's been really clear as she's been doing different lives throughout these past few months that she's gained information to really know who the source is, but she's going to play it smart and not disclose any specific information quite yet.
And that's because Mia Jaye, she playing it smart. She understands that if she say too much, it will possibly jeopardize the whole investigation.
And so over these past few months, as Mia Jaye is speaking out a little more, she's also letting it be known exactly the root why she started Black Men Deserve to Grow Old. And most importantly, her Black Men Deserve to Grow Old, she began that movement really as a campaign and a fundraiser once her brother was sent up. And she sheds light on the fact that he was a business owner and an honest working man who owned a car dealership, and he was actually deleted by one of his customers. And so once that happened in her life, she started to see multiple other people in the community, Black men that is, that kept getting sent up. And that's what sparked her idea of Black Men Deserve to Grow Old. She wanted to raise funds and awareness to make sure that everyone who's experiencing loss in this way are able to take care of their families. And then what brought it even more close to home and amplified this whole movement was once Dolph was sent up in the same way as her brother.
Yeah, that's a messed up situation. With that, we want to say rest in peace to Young Dolph and condolences to his family. And with that, we also want to say rest in peace to Mia Jaye brother as well. Now we can all see the real reason why she's all over this whole Young Dolph case. But it's real. With the Scorpion unit out the way, the feds, they can now properly handle this whole Young Dolph case. So with that, always be aware and always stay prepared. But hey, we got more in store. As always, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network.